If you live abroad and you are planning to invest in farming in Nigeria, watch this first. This is one of the most important realities most people ignore. So in this video, I will educate you on 4 different factors, and at number 1 is why many diaspora farm or investment fails. What people don't tell you. The risk of managing from abroad, and what you must understand before starting. This is real farming experience and knowledge. Subscribe if you want to avoid costly mistakes. Now, if you are living abroad and you are thinking about starting a farm in Nigeria, don't start yet. Not until you understand all these, because this is where many people lose money. Not because farming doesn't work, but because they do not understand what they are getting into up front, what awaits them. From the outside, farming looks very simple, especially when you hear or calculate the profits to be made. That's what most people think. But I can assure you that is not the reality. Because once you are abroad or overseas, you are no longer in control of the daily operations or activities. And once you lose control, start relying on people that doesn't add value to what you are doing. Or when your system depends on people without structure, you automatically introduces risk. And I mean real risk. Because everything may look very fine from a distance. You get updates, you see pictures, you hear daily reports, and everything sounds quite okay. But farming is not what people tells you. It's what actually happening when you are not there. And this is where most investors fails. Not in the beginning, but slowly over time. Because problems in farming don't always come as big events. They come as small things, small inconsistencies, small mistakes, small shortcuts. Yes. And those small things grow until they become losses. And by the time you realize, you have already started losing money. This is the part of agriculture or farming from abroad or big farming which nobody truly explains. Especially to people in the diaspora, because most of the contents you see always or almost focuses on success. Yes. They show you results and profits and and responsibilities, but they don't show you control. They don't show you systems. They don't show you what happens when things go wrong. And definitely, things will surely go wrong. That is guaranteed. And the question is not if. Rather, the question is, are you prepared for it? Because if you are not structured, you will react late. And reacting late in pig farming is very expensive. So, before you start a farm in Nigeria, ask yourself these questions. How will I monitor daily operations? How will I verify what is happening, even from a distance? How will I ensure things are done correctly? Because if your answer is, I will trust the workers, then you are already at risk. Because trust is not a system. Control is a system. Structure is also a system. And verification is also a system. But without systems, you are not managing a farm. You must understand that without systems, you are not managing a farm. Rather, you are hoping on people who are your workers at the site. And hope is not a strategy. This is one of the sure reasons why many diaspora farm investments struggle. Not because farming is bad or structure is really weak. No. So if you are serious about investing in agriculture or pig farming in Nigeria, do not rush. Try first to understand the system. Also try to understand the risk in it, how to manage risk. Understand what it really takes to manage from a distance. Because once you get this part right, everything else becomes more easier. But if you get this part wrong, everything becomes even more difficult. If you want to see how we are building our system and handling these challenges in real time, subscribe and tell me in the comment section if you were to start a farm in Nigeria today, what would be your biggest concern? Because that answer alone is where your real risk lies. Thanks for joining us on today's episode, and see you again in our next video.